All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the post-convention webinar. We're all back from an incredible event in Las Vegas, and I tell you, it was just remarkable to see what ASEA has done for us. Let me just give you a quick heads up on the agenda as we move forward on this call today. First, we want to hear from just a few of the diamonds, just to take a minute, and also we're going to hear from Kim Hill. Just to share some thoughts on the event that just transpired. Then we get to hear from our president, Jarom Webb. It's going to give us some highlights of the event. Justin's going to be talking to us about the Nutritional line, and particularly the new product that just came out. Larry Macfarlane is going to join us and talk about the incredible app that was just developed and created an amazing tool that's going to help us build our business and really help us to connect with people. And then Nicole's going to go over some of the new tools and videos and a website as well. Then we're going to talk about events, some amazing events that are coming up and promotions that ASEA has put on for us. So very, very exciting stuff. There's also some special pricing and ticketing, just pricing for the events that are coming up. And Alan Noble is going to share with us a little bit about that as well as we move forward. So just to kind of kick this off, though, first I thought we'd just bring on Kim. Kim, I don't know if you can turn on your video. We'd love to just hear your thoughts of the convention that just happened. Of course, Kim is what's your official title, Kim? I should have this down, but I know you're in charge of Australia and New Zealand. You're muted.
There we go. Vice President Sales of Australia and New Zealand.
Excellent. So what do you think of convention? Of course, you've been part of the crew there at corporate that's been helping, organize and putting all this. You've been an amazing support for us in Australia and New Zealand.
This has been the most energetic, excitement-filled convention I've been to. I've been in the industry about 9 years now, and there's nothing has topped this. And I've been to conventions, I've been to conferences, I've been to many of events in this industry, and nothing has topped this event. I have had people come up to me, the remarks that they made while we were at convention, the phone calls, the texts, the emails I've received since convention, with people saying things such as, the whole trajectory of my life, my business has completely changed. People who, I believe Jarom's going to cover this in a moment, after Tyler's talk about leaving a legacy, people who are now setting goals, who have never set a goal in their life, are setting 3-month, 6-month, 9-month goals, 1 to 5 year goals, really are determined to leave their legacy within their family and just in the world itself. The energy levels in that convention, the energy levels in the hotel was unbelievable. It's something I've never experienced. I think my cheeks still hurt from just smiling, from walking down the halls and talking to people and seeing people. All I can say is I'm so excited to see what the next 10 years hold for ASEA, and the many years to come. These incredible 10 years that we've experienced thus far are just the start. I've heard people say and commit on social media that say, I will be at convention in Anaheim next year, who have not been able to attend a convention thus far, especially being this far away, halfway around the world in Australia. I've seen so many and heard so many commitments, and I challenge all of us to maintain this energy and this excitement as we go forward with the remaining 3.5 months of this year and onward. I know I'm excited. I know my commitment is to stay excited and to really work with you guys going forward and just making sure that this is the best next 10 years that we have.
Fantastic. I really appreciate that, Kim, and we appreciate all the things that you're doing to help and support us as well. Obviously, that we've got a lot of people from all around the world that are joining this call as well. So just want to let you know that this isn't just about Australia, New Zealand, and the Australasian market, but it's for all of you. But we will have some special announcement about Australia too. Hey, Dan, I wanted to just turn it over for you for a few minutes. You had it was an incredible event. A lot of some amazing people in your team as well. Of course, you're part of the advisory council. Just take a quick minute to share your thoughts.
Yeah, I really believe that we're just getting warmed up. ASEA absolutely nailed it with this convention. Whoever didn't get there, who's building an ASEA business, needs their heads read. So I'd highly recommend for anybody who is serious about building an ASEA business to get their tickets right now for next year's convention, and don't wait till the last minute and wait till prices go up. And then, between now and then, you can get your accommodation and airfare sorted out in the next 12 months. But get your tickets now so you're committed to get to next year's. I mean, this is the 10th anniversary. This is going to be massive. I mean, so they put on a great show this year. Next year will be bigger and better again. Set your goals and targets so you can actually be recognized at next year's 10th anniversary convention. Tyler was talking about strategic advantage, and we were on a training call the other night. And I said on that call, anybody who got to convention and gets to these events have got a massive strategic advantage over anybody who doesn't. I mean, this convention pumped me up. It really pumped me up. So I'm well and truly on the horse, and I know what my goals and targets are for 12 months' time. And as much as I don't really like to be recognised on stage, what I'm going to achieve is going to ensure that I do get up there. Guys, get your tickets now. Sort out your accommodation airfares the next 12 months. Set your goals and achieve those, and make sure you get to next year's convention.
Fantastic. Appreciate that, Dan. Let's see, Sepp and Jesca, I thought I'd just turn it over for you guys for a minute to share a couple of quick thoughts on the convention too. And then we'll hear from Cristina.
Thank you, Bart. Well, convention, going in there, of course, with great excitement, but what really, really came out with it was this feeling of huge confidence. And with all the tools that have come out, the new videos, all the information, it's, well, all I can say, get ready for this, a new product, and stay on this Zoom, get ready for takeoff, really. This is it.
Yeah, for me, I'm just so blown away. The opening words from CEO Chuck and all the other corporates, they didn't use the word super excited anymore. They stood up on stage and they used one word that got me straight to the heart, and that was confident and confidence. And when Tyler delivered his closing speech at the end, that became, for me, I just felt like I can put wear my heart on my sleeve for the rest of my life with this company, because they have a strategic plan for the next 10 years, very carefully mapped out. And I know that the corporate team are very professional men, and they would be very, I suppose, conservative in the way they would deliver that message. And because it was delivered with absolute certainty, it really blew me away. ASEA Connect, it's a game changer for where we're all heading. I think over 2,000 people registered for that event, and I was in a breakout session with a room full of, I think, about 500 people, and Doug and Larry asked, how many people have not downloaded this app yet? There was only 2 people in that room who hadn't quite done it yet. And we're seeing even our team going, oh my God, I can do this. I've actually got people answering, and these are people who don't normally use, the process. And so even for us, it's going nuts. So for me, I feel more confident than I've ever been. I'm excited. I'm grateful to ASEA, and I'm grateful for their strategic planning of taking this company into the future. And I think all of us are about to experience momentum in ways that we didn't even know was possible. So thank you for the opportunity to share.
Yeah, appreciate that. Thanks for sharing. And Cristina, what were your takeaways and your thoughts on the convention?
Just echoing what everybody has said, the energy, as Kim said before, the energy was outrageous. We already know that we're going into something really exciting, but then when we stepped into the room and when Tyler kicked off, actually even before then at the Diamond Dinner, I was like, I'm done. I'm ready to go home and my cup is full. And then it just overflowed all weekend. I think the main takeaway is that there are people that come together from all around the world. There's people that are from every single corner of the world, from every single background and demographic. There isn't a type of successful person in this business. There's there's families, there's singles, there's people with networking experience. I love seeing that kind of camaraderie come together, because it just shoots your belief system through the roof. You just see how accessible this is. I think what was different at this convention is that we took a significant leap forward. We always move things forward. The company always moves things forward, you know, a good amount. But this was like a massive leap forward. We were able to see changes across the trips, across the marketing materials, across the products, the videos, the app. It was such a significant progression. We already have an amazing opportunity with an amazing product. I feel like we're already like so far and beyond a perfect business compared to anything else out there. But then they just went and made us even more exclusive, even more professional, even more equipped. And I'll just finish off by saying, you know, it really pays to go to these events. I've got actually, I was just texting with one of my associates who literally at the last minute made a decision to go. He had so many reasons not to go, and just at the last minute decided to go. And he's sponsored somebody every single day since he's been back. He completed a fast forward in 3 days. He's on his way to finishing a fast forward plus in like a week. And, you know, that's the impact. So back yourself. If you're a professional, if this is your business, you need to be at these things. Firstly, be at Envision, get everybody you know there. It's not a rumor that these things transform lives. It's a fact. So just be there and bring people.
That is absolutely the truth. Big decisions are made at big events, and this event was really spectacular.
It was.
Thanks for sharing. And Alan Noble, we're going to hear a little bit more from you later, but you mentioned you'd like to say a few words. If you don't know Alan, he's been on the advisory council. He's been from ASEA from nearly the very beginning, and I'd love to hear your takeaways and thoughts, because you've been to how many conventions now? Is this the 10th or the 9th?
This was my ninth convention. 9th convention. Hey, the best part about convention is I got 4 new ASEA t-shirts, you know, only place you can get them, you got to stock up. Now, look, let me say this, 9 conventions into this, I joined this company in May 2009. And so over a decade in the ASEA family. For me, this convention was like, it was like falling in love again. And I don't want that to be misconstrued like I'd fallen out of love. But sometimes it's healthy to renew your vows. I just saw Dan did that in Vegas. Fantastic. Congratulations, Dan. And it kind of felt like that. It felt like a recommitment to the next 10 years, to the future. And it was a very emotional experience. It was an incredibly well-run convention. Corporate were fantastic. The ASEA stories were fantastic. The information was fantastic. But it's the energy. It's always going to be about the energy. And this is what I would say to everybody listening to this. If you weren't at convention, you're going to get some information here tonight. But that doesn't take the place of convention. It's impossible. I mean, it's the difference between going to a Michael Jackson concert and listening to his CD, okay? Maybe Michael Jackson's the wrong example because you can't do that anymore. But it's like going live to a rock concert or a great performer and being there in person to listening to the MP3 on your iPhone. I mean, it's just a different experience. And we've been saying this to our teams in the States. Look, we can't bottle this stuff. It's impossible. There's no container that can hold it. You've got to make the commitment. And I saw someone already on chat already scheduling their time out, already scheduling their work schedule. You've got to think ahead. You've got to think in advance, guys. This is a business. Mal Sword's always talking about the 12-month plan, the 5-year plan, the 10-year plan. You need at least a 1-year plan here. Know where the next convention is and start planning for it now. Start scheduling out the time and start, if you have to save a little bit of money every single week, every single month, do it. It's for your business. And there is nothing that will transform your business like convention. And so it is not too early to start talking about the big 10-year anniversary in California next year. And I'll tell you, If this
so
was the ninth
sweet.
convention and they pulled off this kind of convention, this
Fuck,
amazing
you're
convention,
so rude.
imagine what the 10th is going to be.
So
It's going to be
rude.
absolutely phenomenal.
We're gonna wait for you, Kim.
Kim Hill's excited already about the 10th year convention. So anyway, just an amazing event. Thanks for letting me share here, Bart.
Okay, thanks for that. I really appreciate it. And I do apologize. I think my internet is a little bit sketchy, so if you can't hear me clearly, I apologize for that. But I appreciate all the input. We really are in a special place. I think you guys have said it all. What I'd like to do is to turn some time over now to our fearless leader, you might say, Jarom Webb. Jarom, are you there with us?
Bart, I'm here. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. For those of you that may not know, Jarom is the president of ASEA, and you guys did an amazing job. Thank you so much for everything you've done at the convention. We can't wait to hear some of the highlights that you're going to share with us. So,
Bart, I tell you, it's been great to be on the call with you guys tonight. I want to apologize. I can't get my camera to work, or I would show my face, but I'm grateful to be on the call with you guys, tonight, your morning. It's been fun to listen to some of the leaders on the call and hear their reactions. I'll tell you, we had 27 countries represented at this event, and it was truly an historic event for us, an event that was in the making for the better part of 2 years. And I sent a post out on Facebook prior to the event, and what I said in that event was that, or that post on Facebook was that what you will experience at this event will truly be historic. We have planned announcements and plan to lay out a vision that we have never done or laid out in the history of ASEA, all designed to take your ASEA business to a whole new level. And what we really tried to do in this event was to not just get there and make everybody feel good and have these feelings of being together and networking and everybody having a good fun experience, which, by the way, happens almost at every event that we have. When people get together, there's a power in that gathering of just being able to kind of feel great about where things are. But what we wanted to do was we wanted to really deliver a sense of empowerment and confidence in each one of our associates walking away from that event, that they can feel empowered to go build their business and take their business to a whole new level. That sense of confidence in the future, that sense of confidence in where we're going and where they can take their legacy business. And it really was a great event. I want to share my screen, if you don't mind, Bart, and just kind of take you guys through a little bit of a sense. Bart, give me a thumbs up if you can see that screen.
Yeah, okay.
That's okay.
Great.
Okay. A lot of people say, I'm excited to go into convention, or they say I'm excited coming out of the convention. And we really, all of us here at the home office felt excited going into the event and excited coming out. But the word that that really described how we felt going in and how we felt coming out was confidence. Confidence in where we are today as an organization, confidence in our future of where we're taking ASEA, and confidence in each one of you, our associates. And that really was the word that describes, that best describes and described how we felt going into the event and how we feel coming out of the event. There was so much that we took into this event, all with the intent to try and empower you to take your business to a whole new level. We announced our new expansion across Asia into Malaysia. And Malaysia is a very significant country. 5.3 billion in sales. It's the 4th largest market in Asia and a top 10 market globally. It's also one of the fastest growing markets in Asia. And what's interesting and maybe more powerful than anything else about Malaysia, it is truly a direct sales network marketing market, where 13.5% of the overall population of that market are involved in direct selling. And if you compare that to percentages in Australia or New Zealand or the United States or some of the countries in Europe or even Japan, they're in the low single digits. 3, 4, 5% of the total population are involved in direct sales, where Malaysia, nearly 13.5% are involved in network marketing. And so it's a very, very powerful market. It's a market that's been 2.5 years in the making for us. We go into this market with more confidence, more availability, if you will, of all of our business and products than we've ever had for any other market. Our ASEA, Renew 28, and Renew Advance are fully registered as we pre-launch. We have our MLM license complete. In fact, this is a picture that we showed at the event of the Secretary of Commerce in Malaysia presenting our Senior Vice President of Legal, Ben Tyler, and our Head of International Development, Adolfo Avalos, presenting us as an organization with our direct selling multi-level marketing license. And a very exciting moment for us. We announced the pre-launch opening of Malaysia. Again, this isn't a grand opening. This is a pre-launch opening, a pre-market opportunity where all of our products are fully registered. We've set up a distribution warehouse in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur, that is distributing locally all of our products. Our full business opportunity, comp plan, incentives, and recognition programs are fully available in market right now. We pre-launched Malaysia and opened it just this week, just a couple of days ago. And so we are open for product and business. And we have lots of leaders that are converging on the market of Malaysia right now. We do plan to schedule a pre-launch tour across Malaysia, and want you guys to stay tuned in the coming weeks as we announce. We're securing our locations for that tour, and we'll announce dates and locations for that in the coming weeks. But it's an exciting launch in Malaysia. Those of you who have contacts and are building across Asia, what an exciting opportunity this is to engage in one of the most significant and largest markets in the world, certainly in Asia. Another theme that we had coming into this event that we felt really confident and strong about is the ASEA story. What is it that we offer people all over the world? Well, really, the ASEA story of what we offer is embodied in what makes us different. That gives you, as our associates, an advantage, a strategic advantage over anybody else in the industry, in the profession of network marketing. And that advantage, that unique, different advantage, can be sustained long term. It's really where these three things come together that makes our story so compelling of what we offer. And if you look at our ASEA story, if you think about what we offer the world, what we offer individuals and families all over the world, it's this concept of complete cellular health, where we have a technology in redox that nobody else has and nobody else can have. There's power in that. You combine a redox technology with a nutritional platform and a skincare platform that offer complete cellular health from the inside out and from the outside in. That creates a unique, different advantage for you in the marketplace. You combine that with the power of a network marketing entrepreneur opportunity, a compensation plan, and this timing of a post-startup early momentum company. And then you marry that with a culture where we can get together and believe in a common purpose and a common vision together, belong, and ultimately become more. The three of those married together, all against a backdrop of a company that has a legacy vision, and the infrastructure to support a billion-dollar company. This is our ASEA story, and this is the power of what we have. And we believe it's the most compelling story in the entire industry of network marketing. We have something that nobody else has. And so at this event, coming into this convention, we wanted to create new tools that empower you to tell that story in a compelling way. So many people, as we've traveled the world, may not understand. They feel so passionate. They feel like, we've got something so great. How do I communicate that? How do I share that? How do I explain that? How do I talk about it to my contacts and my recruits and my friends? How do I do that? So coming into this event, we have been in development for the better part of a year on brand new videos, new tools, a mobile platform in ASEA Connect, a recruiting micro app that allows and empowers you to tell the story of what we offer the world in a compelling, persuasive way, so that as you're out sharing, you can feel confident. That was a big part of this, and I know that the Diamonds have planned tonight to go through in detail what those new tools represent, but that was a big deal for us. We launched a brand new product. We added to the VIA line a very powerful nutritional product, ASEA VIA Omega, and I know that they have scheduled to go through that with you tonight. We announced our Envision conferences for next spring, and you won't want to miss these Envision conferences, as those conferences will mark the beginning of the entrance into our 10-year anniversary. And folks, we are going big next year. We announced a whole new platform for our Ascent events. We announced that we're going to be going to Croatia for North America, Europe, and we announced that we're going to Bali for Asia. We announced that we're a new Diamonds Summit structure, where we're going to be going to Bali and to Rome, Italy. We're splitting and regionalizing our Diamond Summit. We announced a brand new legacy experience trip for our Ambassador Plus Diamonds, and we will be going to Bora Bora in Tahiti next year. So significant enhancements to our Ascent and our Diamond Summit events and our Peak Performance program that we're super, super excited about. And of course, we chose locations for our 10-year anniversary that are very, very big, and you're not going to want to miss. We also had a lot of fun at our event. We partnered many months ago with the guys over at OCC, Orange County Choppers. And they have been in development for the better part of 3 or 4 months on building an ASEA chopper, an ASEA bike that was really exciting for us to be a part of and see the reveal. This is a picture of the actual bike, and I know, Bart, you're a big motorcycle guy. This was an exciting announcement, I know, for many of you. And beyond just it, not everybody's a bike person, but I will tell you that this was a significant partnership with OCC. They're filming a whole episode of American Chopper all about ASEA and who we are, tied into buying this bike or building this bike. And what's interesting about it is it gives everybody across the globe an opportunity to start a conversation about ASEA with somebody using this chopper, using the episode, using the things that were rolled out. So I think it's a significant partnership that we have with OCC and what we did at the event. I know I've seen a lot of Facebook activity going on, social media activity around the bike.
It's fun being part of the inaugural ride with that, Jarom.
I've been on it and I've ridden it, and it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, very cool.
It's pretty amazing. But guys, look, I mean, at the end of the day, the convention, we really we came in with a sense of confidence, right? We came in with a sense of it's time to empower you and your teams to take your business to the next level. And And really this word confidence, we had a lot of people that left the event with a new sense of belief in themselves and their ability to build a business with ASEA and accelerate their business, achieve their goals and their vision and their strategy. You know, as we look at ASEA today, as we look at where we are as a company, we are a company that stands on a very firm foundation. We're a company that is we're a post-startup early momentum company. We're no longer pre-momentum, we're early momentum as an organization. We've had 50% growth each of the past 2 years. We're a DSA, Direct Selling Association, top 75 company in the world in climbing. We're open in now 33 countries with Malaysia. We're financially sound. We're profitable. We've been so ever since our first year of operations, and we have no long-term debt. We're a solid, disciplined company with an executive leadership team that's been together for over 7 years. We don't have any turnover in our executive team, guys. We've been together a long time, and that there's a lot to be said about that. We own the Redox platform with a broadening, unique product portfolio and story. All of our systems are scalable and online and optimized. Our production facility can scale up to 4 times our current revenue with little additional capital. We have a steady and committed field leadership base across all markets. We have the most unique and substantive culture of authenticity and humanity in the entire industry. So when you look at ASEA today, we're a company that frankly has such a unique story and a unique proposition, right? When we think about as an organization, when we think about as a team, what is the future of ASEA, particularly heading into our 10-year anniversary in 2020, where we're going to be celebrating 10 years as a company, culminating in Anaheim, California at our 2020 Global Convention. When we think about the future, right, given the power of what we have to offer in our ASEA story, given where we are today as an organization, and given all of the industry trends that are working in our favor, we asked ourselves this question going into this event: where can we take ASEA in the next 10 years? Tyler shared this quote at the convention: the best way to predict the future is to go and create it, right? Well, we're going to create our future in the next 10 years as we move ASEA into a whole new phase of growth and development. We have a very strong vision statement to become the global leader in redox-based technologies and cellular health and achieve worldwide distribution of our life-changing products, culture, and opportunity. But what we did at this event was something significant. We announced and painted a more vivid vision of where we're going to take ASEA. And Tyler, during his closing remarks, outlined that vision for folks. And I'd like to just outline that for the folks on this call today, of this vision of where we are taking ASEA over the next 10 years. ASEA will, as an organization, be known industry-wide as the most trusted place for new and experienced field leaders to build a network marketing business. We will be a safe place for people to build a business here with ASEA. We will continue to see and treat our field associates as the very heart and soul of our business. We've done that since the very beginning, and we will continue to do that. ASEA will, as an organization, reach $500 million in revenue by the year 2025, driving consistent and sustainable year-over-year growth and momentum in all regions of the world. That is our goal as an organization. We will continue to be run as a legacy business with a legacy, long-term sustainable vision that will protect, preserve, and provide stable legacy income to our field partners for decades to come. ASEA will, as an organization, lead, own, and dominate the redox life sciences space in health and wellness. We will lead, own, and dominate redox. We will establish a redox life sciences research and development lab, which we are in process of working on right now, and will be set up in 2020, that will develop new redox technologies and products that will be exclusive to ASEA. This is a very, very powerful vision that we have to dominate redox. It's what makes us unique. It's what makes us different. It's what sets us apart. And we will lead it, and we will own it, and we will dominate it. ASEA will aggressively invest in ongoing publishable science and research that validates and affirms our redox-based technologies and promotes universal acceptance of our products. ASEA will strengthen and broaden our portfolio of high-impact and high-integrity products with continued emphasis on complete cellular health. It's this concept of we will continue to develop and roll out complementary technologies that can position ourselves as the global leader in not just redox, but complete cellular health. ASEA will continue to expand into additional markets to drive worldwide distribution of our life-changing products, culture, and opportunity. ASEA will, as an organization, further establish the ASEA ethos and culture as the absolute industry leader with an unwavering commitment to our mission to better people's lives and be a force for good in the world. We will always, and this is really important, guys, we will always prioritize the teaching and promoting of our cultural values, our why, as an organization. This is really important to us. ASEA will continue to be recognized as a top place to work for all of our employees worldwide, providing a safe and healthy environment where our expanding employee population can grow, develop, and succeed. And finally, we will, as an organization, continue to give back through our Advancing Life Foundation, increasing our contributions to humanity each year and making a difference in the lives of thousands of people across the globe. Folks, this is our vision that we spent the better part of a year developing for the future of this company. And in Tyler's closing remarks, he laid out this vision at the convention, and we will continue to promote this vision as the vision for the future, for the next phase of development for ASEA as we continue to grow. And what we're asking everybody across the globe, and what Tyler asked in his closing remarks, is that this is what we're going to do. The question is, will you join us in that vision? Will you join us in building your legacy income with ASEA? Will you join us in spreading this message and sharing what makes ASEA so unique and powerful with the world? Guys, we are so confident as an organization in moving forward into the future. And I hope and I trust that the people that attended this event left feeling that same sense of confidence in the future. We have a bright future ahead. We have a big vision ahead, and we have a very dialed in and strong strategy for moving ASEA forward and realizing our full potential and the full potential of what Burtis Norton saw when we started this company 10 years ago. So Bart, thanks for letting me join the call and really kind of give a recap. But that's really the sense of what I'm taking from this event, is a sense of confidence in the future.
Well, Jarom, I don't know how you're gonna outdo yourself for the next convention, because that is one heck of a plan and a strategy for moving forward. Absolutely blown away. Malaysia is going to be such an exciting market, guys. It doesn't even matter who you know; it matters who they know and who they know. Just work locally and think globally. If you have some connections in those markets, you definitely want to move in that area. The ASEA bike was so cool to hear that thing rumble out on the stage, and what that represents. It's going to be great exposure for ASEA. Certainly, it's fun to be part of that. I am truly amazed with the tools and the resources. I know Tyler talked about learn to play the keys on the piano, and the keys meaning all the resources that we have that you guys have provided, spent an amazing amount of time, money, and resources to put those together. I love how you're partnering with us. We truly do feel like partners. And hey, I've made the decision. I'm going to renew. I'm staying in.
Well, we're in with you, Bart, and we're here to support you guys 100%. Our commitment is to you and to moving ASEA forward. And we couldn't be more excited about the future and what we hold. And we're grateful for each one of you as leaders that saw the vision early on of this thing and have been with us through thick and thin. And we're so grateful for so many people on this call and across the globe that are seeing the potential and the vision of what this can be for them and their families. We're grateful for each of you, and we're behind you all the way.
Kind of feels like the road isn't just built, it's the Autobahn now. The gates are open and we can truly move forward in such a fast pace.
Yeah, exactly. It's going fast.
One of the slides that I just like to also comment that you put up there is providing a safe place for anyone in the network marketing profession. Some people have had experiences with other companies that, just ASEA, you guys just set a whole new standard in the industry and our profession. It's a great profession to be involved with, but I tell you, it really we feel so incredibly blessed to be associated with this incredible company. Not only is the product the best product in the world, but quite frankly, we feel very blessed to be associated with you and the whole executive team. So thank you so much. I think your estimates or Tyler's estimates, or I should say the whole company, the executive team of 500 million, I believe those are conservative. And I think that we should all jump on and blow that away. Maybe we can double it in that time. But I love the vision. Thank you again for joining us.
By the way, Bart, we're counting on it. Thanks for having me on, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jarom. Speaking of tools and resources and learning to, as Tyler says, squeeze the orange. In other words, use the tools, the resources, play the keys of the compensation plan, or play the keys of the resources that we have. I have the pleasure of introducing another amazing gentleman, and this is Larry Macfarlane. Larry is the builder, the developer, the creator of Genie, which is now ASEA Connect. And this tool, this resource, it's all about connecting. It's all about connecting the number of connections, the number of follow-throughs, follow-ups with people, and being able to stay connected with our team as we move forward is what it's all about. This is, network marketing is all about building, creating that network and being able to communicate with people effectively and responsibly. Larry, are you with us?
I am, Bart. Thank you. Thank you for that great introduction, and thanks for the invitation to be here with all of you tonight or this morning. Very exciting.
Yeah, we can't wait to hear a little more about the new Genie ASEA Connect. So let's show us what you got.
I will. It was great seeing most of you at convention last week. Those of you who couldn't make it to the States, we look forward to meeting you next time. We had a great announcement with the next generation of the ASEA Business Coach, which is now called ASEA Connect. So the ASEA Business Coach is fully renamed to ASEA Connect. If you haven't already seen that renaming happen, you will. And with becoming ASEA Connect, we're achieving the first step in a vision that ASEA has for updating its technology, not only to be competitive with the industry, but to be the leader in mobile technology across the direct selling industry. That's quite an ambition, and I'm proud to be part of all of that with you. And I think if you've seen the new ASEA Connect, you know that ASEA really is committed to that. Just as Jarom expressed his commitment to growth, he's equally committed to making sure that you have the tools that you need. And that was evidenced at convention with over 30 new videos and documents and websites that the company has put forward. When Jarom talks to me about these, he talks to me about them as he calls them bullets. These are the bullets we use to hunt for people that we can help and bring into our business. But great bullets and investing in great bullets are only useful if we can put them with a gun. And again, I don't mean in a violent sense. I mean some way to deliver great bullets. And that great way to deliver content is the vision for ASEA Connect. Now, what is ASEA Connect and what motivated ASEA Connect? Well, first, we needed a great vehicle for this content ammunition, but also we wanted to make sure that we could build something simpler. The ASEA Business Coach is already the most advanced tool of its kind in direct selling, but it's somewhat complicated and it's quirky. And those of you who have stuck with us over the years know that it's evolved a lot. We've learned a lot. It's become a lot better, but it needed a chance to just be done over again. ASEA Connect is a from the ground up, start over, using everything that we learned with all of you over the last 4 or 5 years, and to build the ASEA Connect application, mobile application. It is already the most powerful tool of its kind, and the vision that Jarom and the team have for what this can be is even far greater than what it is. Now, this is targeted for use for, initially, the first version that we have out right now is for use primarily by new people who are earlier in their business, who need to share in an easy and powerful way. We are then going to be adding more features for business builders, the bread and butter of ASEA, who are career network marketers, and then finally for leaders. So eventually ASEA Connect will span the entire spectrum of all the tools you need mobile. But for now, it is the industry's best way to share your business. Now, the future, I'm going to share my phone screen here. So the new ASEA Connect runs both on iOS and Android. And unlike the ASEA Business Coach, which was just a web app, a fancy website, ASEA Connect is a full native application on your iPhone or your Android phone, which means that you get it by going to the Apple Store or to the Google Play Store, whichever one you have, and you search for ASEA. The first application that will come up is ASEA Connect. It's trending as one of the most powerful as one of the most popular applications on both platforms right now. In fact, if you start typing, you type in ASE and it pops up with ASEA Connect. Pretty impressive. So be sure you've installed that. Be sure you have automatic updates turned on your phone, because we're updating the app every day right now. Eventually that will slow down to about every other week. But right now there are so many things that we're still adding and fixing and getting ready. Get the app on your phone. Now I'm going to share my phone from my phone. We want all of you to be able to do the same things. You don't need me to train on ASEA Connect. It's simpler, easier, more straightforward than before, so you can train your team on ASEA Connect. And how do you do that? You run Zoom on your phone. If you haven't already been doing that to join calls, of course, you can run Zoom on your phone. You can share content from your phone. So I am now going to share my phone screen from Zoom, and here you go. You are now looking at my phone. Now I'm using an iPhone tonight, but I also have an Android phone. We're testing on both, and you see there the beautiful new icon for ASEA Connect. I'm going to touch that icon and introduce you to this beautiful new application. You see, it is gorgeous. It is gorgeous, it is fast, it is smooth. It starts out with these branded images of ASEA Connect and ASEA that help us all remember what a wonderful lifestyle company that we work for. Healthy, energetic. I'm going to touch login. Login is easy now. We log in using the same credentials we use for the back office. No more need for a second set of credentials. So your back office, either your associate ID or your username, the password you use for the back office, that's how you log in. You can change your password right here. It changes in both places. If you change it in either place, it works in both places. So that headache is all out of your hair now. This is your home screen of ASEA Connect. It will be getting richer and richer over time, but right now this shows, I'm going to point out 3 elements of the screen that are most important. There's a share button. Most of the time when you come to start ASEA Connect, that's where you're going to go. You're just going to start sharing right there. At the bottom of the screen, you'll see what's new in my business. And that's the big question, right? What should I be working on today? On the left bottom, you see 3 contacts updated. That is a unique number to me. That says on my list, 3 of my contacts have been updated. That could have been because I added them from the ASEA Business Coach website, or maybe somebody clicked a video that I sent them or opened an email that I sent. All these things are being recorded, and those constitute updates. So I've had 3 of those updates happen since I last visited my app, or in the last 24 hours. Next to that, I see 0 new library files. This is how many files that have been updated by my leader or by ASEA in the last 24 hours. If I touch either of those squares, that white square for contacts or that white square for library, I can go straight to my contact manager or my library files. Now, before I do that with you, which I'm going to do, I want to touch on the upper left corner. You see that little A? That A and a hexagon up there. If I touch that, I can open up the ASEA Connect menu. You see 4 things in bold underneath my name. Hi, Jarom. I'm logged in as Jarom here. I've got a home screen. That's what we're looking at here. I've got a contact manager, a library, and the share function. And I can get at this menu anytime I want, either by touching that little A, which you'll find all over the app, or on screens that don't have room for the A, I can just swipe my thumb from left to right across the screen, from far left to far right, swipe it across, and open up that menu. So it's always available if I want to jump somewhere else in the app, just like that. Below that, you'll see a vision for the future of ASEA Connect. This is ASEA's commitment. You're going to next get a new training module. All of ASEA's training will be right here in your ASEA Connect app. Then you'll get a task manager. This is your to-do list, your personal to-do list every day. Then you're going to get an ASEA messenger. This is how the company and your upline is going to communicate with you and everybody around the world in the same way. So we don't need to worry about emails anymore, text messages, figuring out which way people like to be communicated with. Every associate is going to receive their communications right here in the ASEA Connect app. And finally, a team manager where you'll see all of your team, everything that's going on with those, and all of that's going to be coming out in steps over the next 6 to 9 months. So watch this space. Now back to this screen. Quickly, I'm going to show you my contacts. I'm going to touch on that square in the lower left corner, touch on contacts, and here I have my contact list. Notice 3 of them are highlighted in yellow. Those are the 3 that changed. So I know when I come to the list, these 3 deserve my attention. I have my whole list here. This is my list of people I'm working with. I can scroll through it really quickly. I can sort and filter this list. I can choose how I'm sorting it. I can choose who I want to look at, my entire contact list if I want, or just my list. I can look at all the steps of my prospecting process or just one at a time. Sort any way I want. I can search, type in my search bar and just pick something. If I want to search for Bobby, there I go. I type Bobby and it just comes right up. You see how fast and smooth that is? Really a nice advance in our technology at ASEA. If I touch one of these contacts, I'm going to touch Bobby Martin. I can touch that and see more information about Bobby. Where am I in the process? Where does he live? What time is it there? I can see a history of my interactions with Bobby, and I can drill into those pieces of information and see exactly what's happened. Here's an email I sent. I can see when it was submitted, delivered. I can see that he opened it. I can actually go and open up the email if I want and see what I sent, right? So really nice. All here, all easy to see, big text, easy to read. You'll also see up at the top above the list, I can start a share with here. If I want to start sharing with Bobby, I can call him on the phone. I can add a note to him. I can change how I've organized him. I can edit his record. I can do it all right here. So that is the contact manager. It's easy to use, obvious what you should do. Come and play with it. And if you haven't already done so, I want you to put in as your very first contact you put into your contact manager should be you. Put yourself in here and play with it. Send yourself emails and texts and Facebook messages and however you like to communicate. See how it works. See what it looks like to be someone receiving it. You'll gain confidence without ever having to worry about it. That's how it works. One more thing on the screen. Top right corner, notice the plus sign. That's how I add a contact. I can add them manually like I always could, or I can import from my phone. Didn't ever have that ability before. If I touch that, I can import all of the contacts on my phone. Will be pulled up. See the check marks next to them? They're all checked by default, and I can import them all into my ASEA Connect database, where I can clear them all and just select the ones that I want to import. Like if I wanted just those 3, I could import just those 3. Okay, that's how I get contacts into ASEA Connect. Super, super easy. Okay, next I'm gonna open up my menu. You know how I do that, right? I touch that A in the upper left corner. I'm gonna open up the A. I'm gonna go to the library. This is all of ASEA's content. And you already know how to use this screen because you know how to use the contact screen. They work identically. I have a search bar and I have a filter bar. I'm gonna filter this and say I wanna sort it by date added. I wanna see what's recent. And I'm gonna go down, scroll down here, and you see on the left side of the list, I have a Convention 2019 category. I'm gonna touch that. And now I'm gonna see just the things that were added at Convention this year. Look at that. Beautiful, all of that's brand new content. Probably most of those things you haven't yet seen. This would be a great place to come and play each of those videos. Now I can touch on any of those things. If I want a preview of Convention 2020, I can touch that and open it up. And right here, I could play the video if I wanted to. I can start sharing if I want to. I can favorite this and make my own list of favorites. Really, really slick. If I start playing it, I can zoom it up. I can rotate my phone. And this is how I would show this if I were sitting somewhere talking to somebody else. This is how I'd show it. Okay? So really slick. This is your library in the palm of your hand now. Now what you're really going to do, last thing I'm going to show you is how do you share with it? That's the whole point, right? Well, let's go back to my menu. I'm going to go back to the menu just like we've done before, and I'm going to touch share, or I can go to the home screen. This is where I really kick it off most often. I'm going to touch share right here on my home screen. And the first thing Jeannie wants, now notice the top of the screen changed. It now says select contact, and it shows me a little arrow there. It's a 4-step process to do a share. Choose a contact, choose files, make your message, and send it. Obvious, right? Contact, files, message, send. That's what we're going to do. First, choose a contact. You already know how to do it. I can sort, I can filter, I can search. I find the contact I want. I'm going to choose Larry. And now at the bottom right corner of the screen, I now have a status bar down there that I didn't have before. That bar lets me move back and forth between those 4 steps. I'm going to touch message, go to my second step. What's my second step? Well, look at the top. I've got contact checked off, files. That's the step I'm on right now. And I can see at the top, it says choose info for Larry Macfarlane. Well, you know what to do now. I can search, I can sort, I can filter. I already know how to do this, just the same as contacts. I pick something, well, I'm interested in the Ascent Asia trip to Bali. I'm going to send that information to a new prospect. What's next? Down at the bottom, here's how I navigate through the sharing process. I touch message. Now I'm on my message screen. And this is already practically done for me. I have templates at the top. Notice at the very top, 2 steps done. I'm on the message step. I've got message templates here. So I can choose from lots of predefined message templates that might help me know what to do next. I'm going to encourage you right now to be practicing with generic, okay? I'm choosing the generic template and it's got messages already ready to go for me. I've got a couple of little green switches on the phone. The first one lets me switch on and off the text message. The bottom one lets me switch on and off the formatted message or the email. Let's focus on that top message for just a second. It's got a predefined text ready to go for me. And if I'm happy with that text message, I can just hit send in the lower right corner and I'm done. If I want to edit that message, I can do so. And notice here, we've got a cool new option, send via. How do I want to send this? I can send it by text, I can send it by email, or check this out. I can send it by other social. What does that mean? That means any other app on my phone. I could send it by Facebook Messenger or LinkedIn or Twitter or Pinterest or Instagram or WhatsApp or whatever I've got. Which ones can I use? Whatever I have on my phone, I can use. So if you've got an app that you use to share with, ASEA Connect can use that app to send messages for you. Is that awesome? That is awesome, right? So I've got this ready to go. I'm saying I'm going to use another app. I'm going to touch save in the upper right corner and save that message. Let's just leave the message just like it is. It's ready to go. Sometimes I want to send two messages. I'm going to send that message that might say, hey, I sent you an email, check it out. And in that case, I can go down and work on this formatted message. This message is all prettier because in an email, I can format it all up. If I touch on that message, I can come in and decide, just like the previous screen, how am I going to send this? Email, social, text. If I'm sending it by email, which one of the email addresses for this person do I want to use? I can choose any of their emails. For a text message, I can choose any of their phone numbers. I can edit the message, right? Powerful stuff. When I'm ready to go, I save it. Now, I'm ready. I've got a preview screen here. I can see my text message, which I'm going to send by social. I can see my email, which I'm going to send by email. And I'm now going to, at the bottom right corner of my screen, I'm going to touch send. And when I do that, what do you think happens? Jeannie gets involved and helps me send it. Now this pops up. Now this is going to look a little different for every one of you. This is Jeannie saying, you told me you wanted to send it another way. Which way is that? Here's a bunch of contacts on your phone maybe you want to use. Here's a bunch of apps on your phone maybe you want to use. Maybe you want to use an app that I haven't listed yet. So here's other apps on your phone that you might want to use. So I'm going to say, well, let me find Facebook Messenger's on there somewhere. There it is. It's right at the top of my list. I'm going to choose Facebook Messenger. That's how I'm going to send it. And Jeannie jumps to Facebook Messenger for me, has my message all ready to go, wants me to find a contact in my Facebook Messenger. So I'm going to find Larry and send it. And that, just like that, my message was sent by Facebook Messenger. Jeannie got it done, recorded the history, and sent the email on my behalf. And that's it. That was it. I sent those two messages, looked like a pro, no sweat. That's the new ASEA Connect. I hope you love it. It is brand spanking new. You're taking it out for a test drive right away. We have over 4,000 of you have already downloaded the app and are sending messages with it. These are, we have lots, we'll admit to it right now, we have lots of little problems right now, but our team is crackerjack and they are working on the problems. They'll go away very, very quickly. It's already super useful. Get it, try it, practice on yourself, and enjoy the new ASEA Connect and the future of the finest company in network marketing. Bart, take it back away.
Larry, that's standing ovation. Absolutely amazing. I just, the amount of work that you put into this to create this incredible tool. I know that you guys have researched and looked at many competitors, that other companies that are doing similar things. We do have the best tool on the market in our profession, and it's because of all the work that you've done. It's interesting. I thought it was interesting how Jarom uses the word bullets. They are kind of bullets, but sometimes instead of hunting, we're actually fishing. So maybe they're lures. They're fishing lures. You know.
Lures. I like that better.
Yeah, but absolutely amazing stuff. So I really encourage everybody. One thing that you said, I'm just going to mention it again. And that was a point to add yourself as a contact. So as you're kind of playing with this and getting used to it, and you want to know how it works, sometimes people are a little afraid to use technology that they're not used to using. So if you put yourself as a contact and just send yourself some messages, send yourself some videos, play with it a little bit, then you'll get really comfortable and use this, because it really is all about the connections that we can make with people. And I love how quick and easy you showed us how to do that. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Larry, I know that you've got about 1 million things to work on. So we'll let you jump on, but basically there was just a few questions, a few comments, but I know, well, let me just say this. There is a Facebook page. Maybe you can just tell us the Facebook page and the trainings and what's going to be upcoming, so that people can, as they bring new people and they can learn how to use this and the recorded training and so forth.
Okay. There is information in the former ASEA Business Coach group on Facebook. It's now called the ASEA Connect group, right? So get on Facebook, search for ASEA Connect. There was a training video that was posted just yesterday It's 35 minutes long and we'll give you more in depth on what we showed, but that's it, 35 minutes and you've got the entire training on the app. So invest in that. There's a couple of questions here. How do we merge our current contacts into the Connect contacts? You don't need to. If you're talking about your ASEA Business Coach contacts, they're already there. ASEA Business Coach and ASEA Connect are the same thing. So all the work you did before, it's already in ASEA Connect. If you're wanting to bring in new contacts from your phone, just import the ones you want to add. If you import contacts from your phone and then import them a second time, the ASEA Connect will recognize that they're the same ones and will not import them again. And that's it. I think Doug Smith announced earlier this week that there would be 2 ASEA training calls per week on ASEA Connect. I think that the information about that is posted in the ASEA Business Coach Facebook group. The first of those calls is at 6 p.m. on Mondays and the second is at 9 a.m. on Wednesdays. Those are Mountain Time, so that the Monday evening, which would be your Tuesday morning call, would be great for Australia.
Okay, cool. And let's see, what's the difference with the Pro version versus the other version?
Sure. Yes, is there still a Pro version of ASEA Connect? There is. Those of you who are using the subscription version, what I showed you was all free to everybody. There is still all of the subscription services from the ASEA Business Coach are still available. So all of your business notifications and your daily dashboard and your priority support and access to the wellness tracker and on, that whole list of benefits is still there for you. Please subscribe. That's how ASEA funds all of this high-tech development. And there's more new benefits that are going to be coming. Right now, the app features are all free, but as we roll out these new features over the coming 6 months, some of those, more and more of those, will become subscriber-only things. So the objective is everything that a new person needs to know, to have, to learn and share ASEA will always be free. And the things that serious business builders need to go even faster, more efficient, do it in bulk, work with their teams, those things will be subscription services.
Excellent. Hey, just real quick, I think that there's a couple of questions, and Nicole, feel free to jump in if you see a question here that I'm missing, but someone was asking if we could set up different lists. And then another question was if there's a challenge or a glitch, is there somewhere we go to kind of report that for support?
Yes. Okay. So there are 4 lists built into ASEA Connect that you can use as you like. We call them Pool, My List, Idle, and Done, and they really correspond to where I am in the process with people. Pool are people I haven't spoken to yet. My List are the people I'm working with right now. Idle are people that I am temporarily on the back burner. I'm going to get back to them. And Done are people who've said yes or no to me in the process of my prospecting. In addition, we're adding the ability for you to create your own lists. That will be a subscriber-only feature coming later this fall. What was your other question, Bart?
Support. If there's a
support. Yeah, how do I report a glitch? Just don't bother. No, I'm kidding. We're happy to support everybody. You'll be happy to know that ASEA's technical support, ASEA's associate support team now supports ASEA Connect. So you can just talk to support at ASEAglobal.com. You can call in on the normal number and they will support you. We also have the Facebook group. We also have older versions of reaching out. We are a support company at ASEA. And so you reach out any way that you feel comfortable with and we'll get you supported.
Fantastic. Let's see, I see a question here. What's the difference between folder, step, and activity on the app?
Folders, step, and activity. A folder is just a grouping of contacts to help you sort them out. I just explained that. That was Pool, My List, Idle, and Done. Step are steps of the recruiting process, and really it's your leader can help explain that to you better. There's a 6-step process that is first reaching out and touching somebody. Hey, Bart, you have a minute? I'd like to talk to you about something. Second is interest. I'm going to pique their interest. Send Bart a tool It's a simple tool to see if he's interested. Third, I'm going to follow up with Bart and say, hey, did you get that tool? What did you think? Bart's going to say, I'm interested or I'm not interested. If he's interested, step 4 is a presentation, which I'm going to go to my upline, somebody that I can edify, who knows more than I can, who's going to help me present the opportunity and or the products. Step 5 is me now following up a second time and saying, what did you think? And answering questions and overcoming challenges and getting them to their final yes or no. And then step 6 is enrolling. So I can put people at different steps in the process and I can organize them into folders, and that's what that's for. You manually move things back and forth between steps and folders.
Brilliant. And let's see, one last question.
Activity is just a way to sort. Activity is the last thing I did with somebody. Next is the next thing I have planned to do with somebody. It's just a way of sorting my list.
Right. Perfect. Well, I believe this is probably the last question. If we add, I know sometimes people would, in fact, Sepp, I think, or let's see, somebody was saying, hey, here's my phone. Would you add your details in the Genie? When we add a contact to Genie, or the ASEA Connect, I should say, that doesn't add that contact to our contacts in our phone, does it? But we'd have to put them as
it doesn't yet.
And then do it the other way.
But that is a really great suggestion, and one that we'll add. Right now, you'd have to add it. You could add it first in your phone and import it into Genie. It doesn't go the other way yet, but we'll get that added.
Oh, brilliant. That's a great suggestion. I was thinking the same thing. So, so perfect. I appreciate your input. Larry, thanks so much for your time. This is 5 stars, stellar. When you guys go on and rate the app, give it a 5 star, and let's use this tool. It's a great tool.
Thanks, Bart. Thanks, everybody.
I see Nicole's excited there too. All right, Larry, we'll let you get on with the rest of your day. Thanks again for joining us. Really appreciate it. And let's see, now we're going to move on to the next part of this, which would be Justin. Justin, are you with us? Justin?
Yes, thanks, Bart. I'm here.
Fantastic. Love to hear about the incredible ASEA Via line and the new product. So,
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to letting you all know about that. There were 2 other questions just to wrap up around ASEA Connect that I can help with. Does this replace Genie for new associates? That is yes. ASEA Genie is replaced with ASEA Connect. And the other question was, does it come from my phone or email address? Well, that depends on how you send those messages. If you send a text, it's going to come from your phone number. If it's an email, it's from your email address. All right, next presentation.
Actually, that will still be the desktop version of Genie, which will be, this is an evolution, and the desktop version, I already answered that question, will be upgraded to reflect the ASEA Connect branding. However, the Genie applet that people used to use, Connect replaces that, but we will be seeing the desktop version be upgraded to reflect the new branding over time, just to clarify, so everyone's super clear.
Great, thanks, Nikki. So let's give you guys an update about what we learned about ASEA Via at convention, and it is my privilege and a pleasure to talk to you about the ASEA Via line and the exciting new product that we have, the ASEA Via Amiga product. So as many of you know, I'm a huge fan of good supplements and nutritional supplements, and I've literally sold millions and millions of dollars worth of nutritional supplements in my 25-year career in health and well-being. And I was very pleasantly surprised when ASEA Via came out that it exceeded my expectations, and ASEA continues to prove its premium branding and its premium quality with the new Amiga product, which is fantastic. And I have luckily been privileged to be on that product for a couple of months prior to this coming out in order to test that product, and it's been good. I'm loving it, and as soon as I could get my hands on some more, I did. So let's look at a few testimonials that we've had already from the source product. This one says, fewer aches and pains, more energy and clarity, no cravings, even when I found I was forgetting to take my second ASEA dose. I've run out a week ago, so back to my old supplements and noticing aches and pains and cravings are back, as well as reduced clarity. I can't wait for my order to arrive, by Lorna. So that's kind of pretty, these are big statements people are reading, are saying. So nothing noticed for the first 2 weeks, then had increased eliminations, improved stamina and hunger reduction by Janice. Fantastic, hey? Look at this one, clarity of mind and energy within 4 days of starting. Mood very improved as well by Cheryl. And I've suffered from digestive issue for 30 years that was getting worse each year. After my recent checkup, I've been told much improved, see you in 2 years. I've been on Redox for 2 years and Biome for 1 year. I'm very happy with such a surprising result by Harry. Pretty good, hey? Amy says, bowel movements went from 3 a week to 2 a day. My anxiety disappeared, found I didn't crave sugar and carbs so much. My stomach was happy and healthy. I absolutely love the Biome product myself. So the Life Max product, Maya said, I've been on ASEA for 4 years, but for the last year, Life Max took my energy levels to a whole new level. I feel that my joints are not stiff and my energy levels are amazing. Also, my blood work is wonderful. All the deficiencies have been rectified. Pretty cool. I absolutely love the Life Max, better clarity of mind, energy, and the age spots on my body are almost completely gone. The Renew 28 takes care of this on my face, but those on my body have disappeared since I've been using the Life Max. Love it. Thanks, Peg. Okay, so here we are, the amazing Omega product. And I want to give you a little bit of background. So I was lucky enough to sit next to the man responsible for overseeing the product development of this, and he is the newest scientific member to the ASEA product development team, and that's Dr. Kurt Stickley. Dr. Kurt has a PhD in organic chemistry, and for 12 years he has specialized in the fish oil supplement industry. So he really knows a lot about fish oils, and this is a premium product. The ASEA Via Omega is a native heart and brain complex. It's a premium omega-3 supplement formulated for cardiovascular and brain support. Now, omega-3s are essential fatty acids. That means that we have to have them. We don't make them ourselves. So this is an essential product for us to have. So it's some of the benefits, the top benefits, it may reduce the risk of coronary heart disease by lowering blood pressure, promotes healthy brain function, and this product has natural EPA and DHA ratios to aid in absorption. And it's wise to consider that omega-3s are now being prescribed in countries like Italy for high blood pressure, and I believe 2 products and now 3 that are in the US are certified to make health claims to reduce the risk of coronary disease and reduce blood pressure. So to be correct, in Australia, New Zealand, and some other countries outside of the US, we can only say it may do these things, but there is a real revolution happening with the understanding of omega-3 and our heart and brain health. And we are at the forefront of having one of the top products in the marketplace in the world. So the key ingredients for this product is a wild-caught Alaskan pollock. That's where the omega-3 fatty acids come from. And the dosage is an 800 milligram EPA DHA. So ASEA really needed that high amount because that's a therapeutic value for the omega-3s. And it's got a couple other things in it as well. It's got sea buckthorn oil, which provides omega-7, and pomegranate oil, which provides omega-3. Astaxanthin, I always get that wrong. It's a super powerful antioxidant, promotes product freshness, and it has a lemon oil for flavor. But in my personal use of the product, I didn't taste anything taking these soft gels. They're 2 soft gels per day. And I had no fishy aftertaste, or as Americans call it, fishy burp back. I had 0 whatsoever, and I've definitely had that from other fish oil products in the past. So the ASEA Via Omega features, it's the freshest fish source in the world. So there is a thing called a TOTOX scale, and the TOTOX scale demonstrates how quickly the fish oil goes off. And this product has the lowest TOTOX scale in the world. Like, that's a big deal, guys. The fish oil industry is massive, and most of it is pretty rubbish. This is a premium product. You can be really confident in using this product and recommending this product that this is a top shelf omega-3 product. So freshest fish source that you can get, the same form of omega-3s found in fish. So it's a triglyceride. That's a natural form. It is not an ethyl ester. And that means that this form is more stable with less oxidation. It stays fresher for longer. So that's important too. It's sustainable, traceable, and environmentally friendly. And I'll talk a bit more about ASEA's corporate responsibility and the approach that they've taken in a second. But it's incredible. And the BioVia Omega differentiator proprietary blend, which provides the omega-3 and omega-7 associated with skin health and antioxidant benefits. So sustainability, and I think this is an important topic that more and more people are concerned about as consumers. And ASEA really does have a great culture of sustainability and corporate responsibility. So when they looked at producing this product, they looked at all the different ways that they could potentially make a premium quality omega-3. And many companies are now going to krill oil, and it's a great way to get good quality omega-3. But the problem with that is that krill is the basis of the food chain for nearly everything in the ocean. So if you start taking away that, you really are starting to undermine the food chain of the oceans. And krill and fish, they actually don't make omega-3. So the fish, if you were to look at a vegan source, for example, it's the algae that makes the omega-3, and it is possible to make a vegan omega-3 supplement. But the problem is that in order to get the therapeutic value, even though they were using the best methods, ASEA did not see the feasibility and the ability to get an omega-3 product with enough of EPA and DHA to make a vegan product. So that is why they chose this particular fish oil. And also with that, they decided to use the wild-caught Alaskan pollock. And that is actually the largest biomass in the world. So pretty much all your major food chains the mass fish that they're giving the populations of the world, that's actually coming from wild-caught Alaskan pollock. And it's a very highly regulated and very safe way to take the food resources out of the ocean. It's also part of the Marine Steward Council certified. It's carbon conscious. It's designed to maintain the marine biomass and avoid environmental damage. Things like they've even looked into the way this is fished. So the particular type of nets that they use, they don't scrape the bottom of the ocean. So they're not doing environmental damage as they're fishing. They actually have less than 1% bycatch. Now, some fisheries have 15 to 20% bycatch. That means other fish and turtles and other creatures that get caught up in the catch. So it's really important for sustainability and environmentally aware approach to producing this product that we have those kind of systems, and that's exactly what ASEA has gone for, which is fantastic. So the ASEA Via Omega product, it retails for $55 because this is a not for retail product in Australia and many countries around the world. So it's $55 or 45 wholesale as a preferred customer and associate, and it has 35 product volume points associated with that. The standard deal from ASEA Via is buy any 3 Via products and you'll get $10 US off per product, which is great. And the flat shipping rate of $15 to Australia as well, which is good. Now, I think it's really important to create your own story with this, and a great way for you to see the benefits is to actually get a test. We can get a test now to show the omega-3s in our blood and our body. And if you follow this link, the omegaquant.com compare package, or just the .com, you'll actually be able to go and buy a test, and it'll be sent to you. You do it yourself and you send it back. And you can see the basic test there is actually only $49.95 Australian. But I would actually think about doing the plus one, because then you can get a ratio of your omega-3 to omega-6. And that might give you a bit more information for you to make a more educated decision on how you use your omega-3s and what you do with your diet. But anyway, that's a great test that you did, that you can do, that's available to all of us to check what our levels of omega-3 are and what we might need to do to correct that by using this great product. And the wonderful Alan Noble is a pioneer, and he was able to test the product for a couple of months as well in the first group. And he had this test done. And you can see there, after a 2-month result, his first test was at around that 5% level. And in just 2 months, he went up to about 6.5%, just under 7%, which is around a 30% improvement in just 2 months. And that's using the suggested dosage of 2 soft gels a day. Now, I really want you to get that this is a premium product. This is a serious product that's been designed to have maximum impact. It's like the Rolls-Royce of the fish oil industry. So really get behind it, get it out to your people. It's an essential fatty acid. That means we all need it. We all need omega-3s, but some people need it more than others. So yeah, get behind it and get this product out there. So the best practice, 2 soft gels per day, any time of the day. It doesn't need to be morning or night. No refrigeration required for this product as well, which is great. But obviously, with any kind of product that can go off, consider temperature. The hot Australian summer, it's always good to keep things in a cool, dry place as well. And certainly don't be leaving this in the car or outside in a hot place in the sun. Keep it cool like you would any other kind of stable food sort of style product. It's the gels can maybe stick together sometimes if they're in a warm environment. So if you're finding they are starting to stick together or soften a bit, just pop them in the fridge and they'll go back to their normal state. So the availability is available right now in the US, and in NFR it's available in Canada and Australia, and Europe, Mexico and Asia will be available in 2020. So I hope that gives you a brief overview of the Omega product, and the whole ASEA Via range is an extraordinary nutritional product. And I think all of us on the call really can be confident, and we are privileged to be a part of a complete cellular health company that it just takes it to a whole new level. With the Redox and the nutritional range of ASEA Via, we are in for a fantastic ride with complete cellular health. So I hope that helps. Back over to you, Bart, to continue the show.
Thanks, Justin. Man, I really appreciate your expertise and professionalism in this area. You've got a lot of background and experience, so I definitely looking forward to doing that test as well. So thanks for putting that up. That'll be fun to be able to measure, actually get some quantitative measurements.
That's right. I'd encourage people to share them, like put them in some of the Facebook groups and share the story, because that's really powerful, and that product is an important addition to our suite of products. So yeah, share the story, share the message.
The fish oil industry, and this is such an important product for us. It is huge. So good stuff. Hey, now we want to go ahead and turn this over to Ambassador Diamond Nicole Dennis as well. She's gonna your other half to share with us about some of the incredible new tools and resources that we've got, websites and so forth. So Nicole, over to you.
Hey, thank you so much, Bart. So I'm really excited. I'm just going to really quickly run through the new tools that are available for all of you who weren't at convention, and where you can get them. So you've just got a little bit of an overview. We're not going to play any of them or anything today, or we would be here still this afternoon. But I'm going to tell you where you can get them, so you can go and have a look at them all if you haven't yet. So ASEA Interactive is the microsite that was launched at convention. Okay, so it's basically, you can send it through ASEA Connect and it will track exactly what a person looks at. You can preview this site at ASEAshare.com. It is a little buggy on there, so I've reported that so that they'll be getting that fixed up as well. So this is what it looks like. You come to this screen here, you click on learn more, and then you come in and people can choose what area that they are interested in having a look at, and there's some videos and some content under each of those areas. So that is the microsite. A few people have asked where they can get that. So it is available on your ASEA Connect app, and it's called ASEA Interactive if you would like to search for that as well. Okay, so we had some exciting new videos. So drop a 1 in the comments if you've had a chance to look at any of the new videos for connection from convention and what you think about it. So we have this ASEA Redox Transformational Technology, a 3-minute video, which is awesome. It's a great overview. A few Aussies featured at the end there, sharing little sound bites of their ASEA experience as well. And then we have this peak interest on the business. What do you want out of life video, which is also 3 minutes. I really like it. It's got kids in there talking about what they want to be when they grow up, and then it transitions to adults sharing a little bit about, what ASEA has done for them. So it's like a really fun video and a fun way to kind of peak interest in the opportunity. The next video that we have is ASEA Via Pathways to Wellness, a 5-minute. So this is just a little interest video about the ASEA Via line of products and what they can do for you. So that is like a 5-minute Via video. So we haven't had one of those before, so that's really exciting. It kind of covers off all of the videos, and it's got nutritional expert Brooke Alprecht narrating and speaking in the video, and I really like her. She's always been really professional when she's spoken on stage at ASEA events, so you can check that one out as well. The next video we have is a production facility tour. So, you know, not all of us are lucky enough to be able to go to Salt Lake City and visit the ASEA production facility. So this actually has Scott Aldred, who is one of the executives in ASEA, narrating this video and talking through the production facility. And so it's like a video tour of the production facility, which is about 5 minutes. So that's really, really fantastic as well, to be able to have that and share it with people and show them what a high quality facility ASEA has to manufacture its redox technology products. So that's just, yeah, a little video. You'll be able to check that out as well. So, and the next one is ASEA, the power of network marketing. So this is, you know, we all come across those people who are really skeptical about the network marketing industry. It's probably not a first touch video because it is 15 minutes. However, what they did is they took 3 people who really had some reservations about network marketing and they got them to spend some time with leaders. And it's a really different way that they've put this together. So this will be a great video for those people who are really skeptical, or a great video to share with someone who's maybe getting started and who really isn't kind of sure about ASEA. So it's a really great video. It's around 15 minutes, that one. So it's got Tyler, our founder, in there, and some of the executives, as well as these people that they featured who had some reservations about network marketing. Now this ASEA Redox Breakthrough is a 19-minute video. So I just wanted to share with you something, if I can just pull it up here. So someone in my team actually used this video at an in-home meeting. So what they did is they had an in-home meeting, they were socializing, and then they played this video as the way to introduce ASEA's redox technology. And they said this message: "We had wine and talked all things redox. The new 19-minute ASEA video was played. One feedback comment from a guest was, watching that video inspired her to sign up and use the products." So there you go, done its job. So that might be something that you can use in that kind of environment. Rather than you having to do a presentation, you can let a tool do the talking, which of course is way more duplicable. Okay, so that's where you got to think of everything. It's, you know, I might be okay, I can come and do a presentation and feel confident with that because I've been doing ASEA for a while. A lot of people won't. So now we've got these great new tools that can help us with that. Okay. So there's also a few ASEA Spotlight videos which kind of really delve into the stories of a few people about how ASEA has really transformed the life of them personally, and they're actually all Australians. So we actually have Lorene, a spotlight on Lorene, a diamond from Melbourne, who is a single mum of 2 girls, and about how ASEA has transformed her life. We also have Sepp and Jesca, double diamonds from Noosa, a spotlight on how ASEA has transformed and impacted their life. And then we also have Stevie and Sarah Aquilina from Sydney as well, who are a mum and dad and homeschool their beautiful children. So a spotlight on how ASEA has helped them and their life as a family. So you can access all of these fantastic new videos. So where can you get them? You can get them in the ASEA Connect app. So I've made a short little video here to show you where you can get them. So you can go in to the ASEA Connect app and you can check this filter and you can select Convention 2019 and apply, and it will have all of the videos that were released at Convention. You can see there was some other videos released there that I haven't covered in this about some of the new incentive trips and things like that. So you can access all of the videos there. Now, if you send a video to a prospect through ASEA Connect, it will track when they've opened that video, when they've watched it, how many minutes of it that they've watched. So you're actually going to have all of that information if you send it through ASEA Connect. However, you can also access these videos. You know, maybe you just want to go and watch them for yourself. So this is probably an easier way for you to do that. You can go to YouTube and look up ASEA Global USA. And if you just go to videos, it will have, you'll land on the homepage when you go to it, but if you just click on the videos tab, it will have all of the most recent videos there. So you can then easily just play them and watch them straight on YouTube. And, you know, maybe you have like a group message group with your team or something like that. You can share these videos with your team and things like that so that they can have a look at them as well. So that is, and then, okay, this is the last and exciting little announcement just for Australia. So Melissa and I have been working on this. We've had a landing page up on our URL redoxdiamonds.com, because as you know, we run a lot of events like where all of the diamonds work together. And I don't know about you, but who gets overwhelmed? You know, drop a yes if you get overwhelmed working out where to go to find the latest events. There's like the corporate pages, and then there's the you know, there's like Facebook groups, and there's different websites, and there's unique Eventbrite links for different events, and it can become pretty overwhelming, right? To go, where is that event? Where do I find that information? So for Australia, we've actually put everything all together here on this website. So I've done a little video that just sort of shows you through. We have got a couple of little tweaks to make, so just be patient. We only just got back. It's got all of Alan Noble's events there. It's got the upcoming expert in the house schedule as well. That is there, and who the speakers will be. So you can click on that expert in the house tab. I did a video because I didn't want to risk the internet having problems for me. So you can see the schedule. So the next one coming up there is Mal Sword for expert in the house. And then you can click on live events. It will have the live events. The annual training is our peak performance training that runs the day after the Envision event every year. We've run that for the last couple of years. Okay. And then you'll see there's a big members thing there. So what that means is it's for all of you as associates, and the password is associate with a capital A, exactly the same as the password for the ateamsupport.com website put together by Trish and Bob Schwenkler. And when you go in there, it's got the archive calls of all of the previous expert in the house calls. It's got the archive of the training. We've also recorded some of the Envision trainings as well at the actual Envision event run by corporate. So you can go in there and you can actually access the call archive of all of these things. It's just coming up to the annual training now as well. So you can see 2018, 2019, and 2019 peak performance. So if you want to go back and look at something, you'll be able to go back and look at it. Redox tools as well, so that you know where. So we've got the Redox shop in Australia, which sells Dr. Robertson Ward's books and some tools, and they've got spray bottles, so you can go on there. We also have set up a shop where you can order ASEA t-shirts and hats and water bottles and things like that. So you can just go to that as well. If you're running an event, there's a checklist there as well for events. And this add an event button it will be working soon. So when you're logged in, you'll be able to add your own events, and they'll come up on the website, so that we all have one place to go for the events. The password is associate with a capital A. So that will just, all of the events in Australia and New Zealand, if we all work together, add them there, then we just know that they'll all be in one place. It'll be super easy for us to find. So that's it from me, and back over to Bart and Mal, I believe, to finish us off.
And Alan here in a second too. Let me just go to screen share, and let's see. And let me just hit move this slideshow. Start. Perfect. All right, thanks, Nicole. That was amazing. I don't know about you guys, but I'm blown away at the tools, the resources, everything, not only from ASEA, but you know what you've helped put together in terms of the support, the ongoing calls, expert in the house, and just how that's all been organized is just amazing. So look, guys, to wrap up this call for the last 10 minutes or so, we're going to go over the events, the upcoming events, and I've got this in order here. And the next event for Australia is Alan Noble. And let's see, Alan, I was just kind of looking at this. Just, I think everybody knows Alan, but just to give you a little bit of a brief introduction, Alan is an Ambassador Diamond. He's been on the Advisory Council right from the beginning. He is the inaugural recipient of the I Am ASEA Award, that beautiful trophy that was behind him on his bookcase. Looks pretty spectacular there. And let's see, Alan, his background, he's got a degree in international finance from Queen's University in Belfast. I like the fact that when you were introduced to network marketing, you call yourself psychologically unemployable now. I can relate with that. An accomplished flute player. And you know, something interesting, Alan, you said that you like to travel, that you love to travel as well as being a black belt in Taekwondo, but I'm thinking it's taken us 5 years to get you back out here to Australia.
I know, 5 years, 5 long years, huh?
Yeah, what's this about liking to travel, man? We've been trying to get you out here for a long time. But no, it's good to have you back. We're really excited about having you out here. And also, just to kind of wrap this up, you got 2 beautiful girls, and you live in Dallas. Beautiful new home too. I saw that you some photos a while back of your new place. So anyway, congratulations on all your success, and thanks for jumping on. Share with us a little about coming back out to the land down under. We're looking forward to having you.
Yeah, look, it's going to be. I'm really looking forward to it. It has been 5 years, and I think the amazing thing is when you really, when you think back to 2014. If we go back to 2014, the company was probably doing 60 to 70 million a year, something like that. We now look at where we are. Our latest numbers are 123 million. Just over double the volume in the last 5 years. If you look at diamond leadership, and everything rises and falls on leadership, back in 2014, there were no diamonds. There were no diamonds in Australia. And now look, we're almost 30 diamonds in Australia. Just absolutely some of the most phenomenal leadership in the company have come out of Australia. And so when you start looking at this and you start seeing, gosh, look what happened in 5 years. Look what happened going from 2014 to really just launching with skincare with Renew 28, then getting ASEA. Now you've got AVIA through NFR, but 2014 to 2019, in 5 years, a lot happened. And it reminds me of the famous phrase, most people overestimate what they can do in 1 year. They overestimate what they can do in 1 year, but they totally underestimate what they can do in 5 years. And so when you look at this 5 years, it's absolutely incredible. Now, put that in perspective for the next 5 years, okay? And look where we're going. Tyler's statement that by 2025, we will be a $500 million company. And there's many on this call that think it's going to happen earlier, okay? How many more diamonds? So if we doubled in size from 2014 to 2019 and 30 diamonds were created roughly, what's going to happen as we triple and quadruple over the next 5 years? I mean, think about the incredible growth. For everybody listening to this webinar, think about the incredible freedom that you can build yourself. Freedom is my single most important word in my vocabulary, freedom. And to live life on my terms. Think how many more people are going to be experiencing freedom thanks to ASEA. So I kind of look at this, in a 10-year history. This is the midpoint for Australia. I was there at the beginning. I'm coming out in 2019, and I'll come back out 5 years after that again. But look, I think one of the perhaps unique perspectives that I can give is just being one of the early pioneers of this technology. I joined in May of 2009. Now, to make the math easy, that's just over 10 years. And I've just seen this incredible company grow. I've seen leaders evolve. I've seen lives changed. And I got to tell you, I'm really excited to come out to ASEA, or out to Australia, and really share my perspective of this incredible company and this incredible technology. I'm excited to see on the schedule. There's 2 places I didn't go to in 2014. I've never been to Hobart, so maybe I'll meet a little Tasmanian devil. That would be exciting. And I didn't get to Adelaide last time. So those 2 are new on the list. So really excited about this tour. I guess I'm a very visual person, and here's the vision that I have. Back in 2014, Bart, it was like a little acorn. And that acorn in 2019 grew into a beautiful, strong oak tree. But from 2019 on, that oak tree is growing into a forest of oaks. And every single person can benefit to it. So look, I'm really looking forward to meeting lots and lots of people on this. Guys, I just want you to put me to work. I want to do what I do best, which is share the amazing story of ASEA on your behalf. So I'm just going to encourage you to invite your prospects, bring your team members, and let me go to work for you. Let me do what I've done for the last 10 years. Really excited about it. So thank you, Bart, for inviting me out, and all the diamonds for inviting me out. I'm really looking forward to it and meeting everybody there. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. We're looking forward to it for sure. I noticed on here, there's actually another place that you didn't get to, I don't believe either. That was the Blue Mountains.
I didn't get to the Blue Mountains. That's right. Is that just outside Sydney?
Yeah, little ways outside Sydney. Absolutely spectacular place. One of the most beautiful places on the planet. So you'll love that. And if you look at this schedule, Alan, man, you're not going to get a lot of sleep. We got you on a pretty grueling back-to-back schedule. So
yeah, it's pretty brutal. I want to know who organized that one. No, I'm excited about it. It's going to be good. Hey, listen, people are amazed sometimes when I'm doing presentations. They go, how can you be so excited after 10 years? Let me tell you, when you've got the greatest story that's ever been told in health and wellness and in the world of network marketing, when you get to tell the story that's never been told before, that's changing lives, it never gets old. I am more excited today about ASEA and where we're going. As I said earlier, that convention was like falling in love all over again. So I'm fired up, ready to go. And I just want to go to work for you guys. I'm really excited about it.
Fantastic. Nicole went over this already. I'll just mention the redoxdiamonds.com. Go to live events, and that's where you can click there, and that's where you can register for Alan's events coming up. And in fact, we've got oh shoot, is that slide not showing? There's special ticket prices that are the special ticket prices are for something else. But definitely get registered for that event. Make sure that you get some tickets for your guests. Decide how many people you're going to bring along with you. And again, thanks for joining us on the call, Alan. Really appreciate you hanging on there till the end as well. Lots of cool things happening all over the world. Now, I want to share with you some of the other events that are coming up, not only in Australia, but globally. These are the Envision conferences coming up. There's one in Europe, Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, and North America. And let's just take a look at some of these. So first of all, Envision on the Gold Coast here in Australia. This is happening February 28th. And on March the 1st, we've got a peak performance as well. So you want to make sure that you get registered for this. As a matter of fact, we've got the first day, we're going to have Tyler Norton. He's going to do a Ethos Academy, be a half-day training on Friday the 28th, followed by the Envision conference on Saturday the 29th. ASEAEvents.com is where you go for these tickets. And by the way, we have some special pricing on these tickets. If you look on the website, it says, I believe, $89, but I just spoke with Kim, and IT is working on this. There's going to be a special price till the end of the month for $69 US dollars for these tickets. So you want to go ahead and get those tickets as early as possible. Not only that, but your accommodation, if you book your accommodation early, you'll get better prices on that too. The Meriton is one place that's pretty good. Did you want to add something to that too, Nicole?
No, but we got special prices for that peak performance training too, right, Bart?
That's right, which is we're going to mention next, the peak performance of the Gold Coast 2020. Get this, guys. The price right now, if you look on there, is $97. But we've reduced that price until the end of this month for $49. So that was a special that we wanted to hold off, and for everybody who's on this call, and of course spread it to your team. Let's get as many people registered for this as possible. Now, I believe that that's for the first 100 people that are going to log on and get registered for this. So you want to go ahead and secure your spot, and secure a spot for decide how many people. Maybe you might want to get 5, 10, or 20 tickets, and decide how many people you plan on getting to this event. We've just had rave reviews from the past ones. Every year gets better and better as we fine tune this and tweak it, and we've just got some incredible talent. And we'll have some special guests that are going to be coming out to this as well. So to be announced, we should say. So make sure that you get your tickets for the peak performance training on the Gold Coast. Now, the Ascent trips that are coming out, ASEA just blew our minds. This being their 10th anniversary coming up, they have put out some trips for the Ascent this year. Is going to be in Dubrovnik, Croatia, one of the most spectacular places on the planet. Melissa and I absolutely intend on being there at this event as well. In fact, I'll celebrate my birthday on May 2nd there. So pretty excited about that. As for the qualifications to win this trip, go into your back office and click on review the details. It's based on a point system. This is for the bronze and above. So the higher you rank, the more points that you qualify for each week. And the more points that you earn, you get a higher amount toward the incentive to win this trip. So if you're not at bronze yet, you want to put on your racing shoes and get there as quick as possible and qualify for these trips. There is also an Ascent Asia. This is specifically designed for our Chinese-speaking associates. They'll have a choice to go to Bali, to this spectacular resort instead, if they prefer. And so this will be very exciting. This is going to be June 10th through the 14th. Again, just the same qualifications in your back office to review that. And the Diamond Summit. The Diamond Summit this year is going to be in Rome, Italy. And what's kind of cool is ASEA has linked the Ascent trip with the Diamond Summit. So it makes it a little bit easier for traveling and so forth. So this is going to be directly after the Ascent trip in Croatia. So we'd love you to get to the Diamond ranks and join us in Italy, in Rome. That'll be very exciting. Now, the other thing that I'm just, let's see, there also is, there's a Diamond Summit for Asia as well, for our Asian speaking associates. And this will be in Bali as well. So very exciting places. Bali is such a cool place to go and enjoy. Now, for what used to be called the Ambassador Extension is now being called the Legacy Trip. You'll need to be in the Ambassador ranks for this, but this is a mind-blowing experience. We can't wait to go. This has been on vision boards for many, many years for Melissa and I, so we're pretty excited about this. This is Bora Bora, Tahiti. This will be October the 18th through the 24th. And, ASEA provides so many incredible experiences for us. I love what Vertus Norton says. He says, well, if you make money with ASEA, make memories. And ASEA certainly helps and creates opportunities for us to make some great memories, not only for our family, but for collectively as the ASEA family with our associates. So this is very, very exciting. When they announced this on stage, they brought out had kind of a Tahitian dancers with flaming hats doing a Tahitian dance. It was pretty cool. The other thing, of course, you've already heard from Jarom Webb. He said the 2020 convention, they intend to make this absolutely spectacular. This will be their 10th convention, their 10th anniversary. And you want to get your tickets early for this because obviously you'll save money for that too, but it's also just putting your flag down and making that commitment. This is going to be September 24th through the 26th. This is in Anaheim, California. And don't just decide to be there, but decide how many people you intend to bring with you, because that truly is where big decisions are made at big events. The Anaheim Convention Center, I've been there before. It's a great place. Of course, you've got Disneyland and all the other attractions that are there too. So very family friendly. You might want to spend a little bit of time while you're there, just having a little bit of fun above and beyond. Now, I want to mention something in terms of ticket prices. Right now, you can go to if you go to your back office and you select the country of the United States, you can actually purchase your ticket there. And by the way, if you're in the U.S., and I put this slide up for any of the U.S. associates that are on there as well, you've got an opportunity to actually get a package deal for the Envision conferences there. So if you click on Envision, you can actually get a VIP package. Now I know that Karen Riley was saying that these are quite limited. You're going to have some additional swag. You'll have preferred seating. You'll have classroom style where you have a little bit more room to write and so forth. So for an extra $50, they're also going to have kind of a special meeting for the people who get these VIP tickets. So I would highly encourage you to register for the Envision sooner than later in the United States. And you can also get that as a package together with the Envision and the ASEA convention. And by the way, that's $170 savings with that. So you can also register, of course, for the convention next year in Anaheim by just selecting the country. Just choose US, and this will pop up in your back office for placing an order. Otherwise, just go to ASEA Convention or ASEAGlobal.com and go ahead and order your tickets there. But again, this is just the picture of what this looks like in the back office. If you choose the USA, you'll have some of these other options. So with that, let me just stop the share. And Mal, I just wanted to open this up for you for a moment, because I know that you're a man of that's committed to big events. Big decisions are made at big events, and I thought I'd like to just have you share a few thoughts on that, if you don't mind.
Thank you, Bart. It's been a great webinar. Thank you to everybody that contributed. So thanks again to you and Melissa for putting the webinar on for all of us, Bart. You go to a lot of trouble, so thank you. Just wanted to kind of close and share with you the value of these big events. And one of the things I learned years ago in the industry is that the biggest promoters in a business like ours always have the biggest businesses, always. And it's the one time for those of you who like to sell, and I have, like we all do, a lot of people that come to this industry from a sales background, and whilst building organizations is not a sales skill, it's a very different skill set to sales. The one time when those of us that enjoy sales can express that gift is at these big events. And so it's the one time where you are free to, sell as many tickets as you can. And the Envision event in February 28th, 29th and the 1st of March is a game changer. It's one of those events, as Tyler talks about, when you can squeeze the orange. And those of you that have the biggest numbers at that event will have the greatest growth after the function. In fact, you can track your growth 6 weeks after a major function is always where you'll get your greatest growth, always. And you can track it function to function. And for those of you that are wanting to rank advance around that time, the best way to do it is to have the greatest numbers, learn how to promote. So the way you promote is by buy tickets right now, buy 2 tickets or 5 tickets and roll them over, sell them on and buy another 2 tickets and sell them on, buy another 2 tickets or 5 tickets, sell them on, and set a goal for you, but also set a goal for your group. I'm constantly working with the leaders in my group about their numbers at the events, because we know that those that have the greatest numbers at these events will have the greatest growth. And this is how you leverage or catapult your organization from rank to rank. So it's a time of being able to squeeze the orange. And so it's also a time when you can sell tickets. So for the tour for Alan Noble, for example, and also for Envision, if you've got people that are sitting on the fence, one of the things I say is, look, come to the function. You'll know after the end of the function whether this is something you want to participate in or not, and that's a good place to be. You either want to get in or not get in, or get off the fence. And so I just do whatever I can to round people up. I round my personals up. I round the fence sitters up. I round up people that have been sitting on the fence, that are in the business, that maybe not yet committed, because I've learned over the years that people don't make decisions to build an ASEA business so much by talking to me or by even talking to an upline, excuse me, but they do make decisions to build a business with emotion. And at the end of these events, people are emotionally charged. The business goes from their head to their heart. And if you want to get more people to make decisions to build this incredible business, then round up your people, and both to the Alan Noble events, but also to Envision. These are, as Tyler says, these are opportunities for us to squeeze the orange, and will create game changers for your organization. So hope that helps.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Mal. Thank you so much for that. I think that those are some great tips and points for promoting the next events. And also just a point of clarification, I'd just love to give credit where credit's due. Actually, Melissa and Nicole did the lion's share of the work, really, in putting this together, organizing it, and we really want to thank them for all the work that they've done in putting that together. So, look, I'd really like to thank everybody for jumping on and joining us. Jarom, Kim, some of the dimes that jumped on in the beginning, Sepp and Jesca, and Cristina. Thanks for Justin Phillips. Thanks for sharing your insights. Nicole did a brilliant job. And look, I'd like to thank all of you for joining us. Let's build this. Let's build it big. Let's have a lot of fun. Let's help a lot of people, and let's have incredible success, guys. Thank you, everybody, and have a great day. With that, we'll go ahead and wrap up.
Thanks, Bart.
Thanks, Bart. Thanks, Melissa. Thanks, Nicole.
Thanks, everyone. Great job.
Bye-bye.